This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios.
Hello and welcome to Hypno Wellness. I'm your host, Cindy Brainerd, retired hygienist and certified hypnotherapist. Today, we're discussing a topic that's become especially relevant with more people seeking wellness, spiritual guidance, and community. Cult-like behaviors in wellness spaces and how we can protect ourselves from exploitation by so-called gurus or leaders. Some of you may be familiar with the recent HBO series Breath of Fire. I just watched it. I think there's like 3 episodes, and of course I had to talk about it. In it, it shows how some groups, even using practices like meditation, hypnosis, or yoga, can end up taking advantage of people's desires for self-improvement or spiritual connection. In this episode, we'll talk about how to spot red flags, avoid manipulation, and strengthen our self-awareness to maintain control over our own minds, our finances, and well-being. We've all heard of gurus or groups claiming to have that ultimate path to enlightenment, wellness, or success. And while there are countless well-intended guides out there, there's a darker side too. Some individuals and organizations manipulate vulnerable people using seemingly legitimate practices like hypnosis, meditation, or personal development workshops, only to demand money, that's the main thing, power, and loyalty in ways that benefit them alone. In the Breath of Fire, for example, meditation and yoga were used as powerful tools to engage followers deeply. These practices alone aren't harmful, but when they're used to manipulate or control people end up feeling pressured to give money, follow strict rules, or cut ties with their family and their friends. Also remember that it doesn't have to always be a guru. It could be a church leader, a family or friend group, a politician, and others in higher authority, and they can be incredibly damaging. That's why we need to understand the signs of cult-like behavior and stay in touch with our own personal boundaries. Here are some common tactics used in cult-like groups and organizations, even in the wellness industry. They love to love bomb. This is when leaders or groups shower newcomers with praise, love, and promises of life-changing outcomes to create a sense of belonging. This tactic can make people feel deeply connected very quickly, and they may feel guilty if they question or try to leave. Some groups discourage members from keeping outside friendships, distancing themselves from family, or engaging in activities outside the group. This keeps followers focused solely on the group's teaching, making them more susceptible to influence. Leaders may use emotional ups and downs to keep members in line, making them feel less than if they question anything or fail to comply. Often guilt and fear are used as motivators to maintain control. And they also use financial exploitation, whether through constant donations, pressure to buy expensive materials, or costly events. These groups can demand large sums of money from followers, even positioning it as a spiritual investment or sacrifice needed to reach enlightenment. So, how can hypnosis help strengthen boundaries? Hypnosis can't directly prevent others from behaving in manipulative ways. It can be a powerful tool for building self-awareness, intuition, and personal boundaries, which make it easier to recognize when something doesn't feel right. For instance, through hypnosis, we can reinforce our inner boundaries, strengthening the subconscious mind's resistance to external pressures or suggestive languages from others. Hypnosis can help us tune in more closely to our own instincts, allowing us to notice red flags early on where we're too deep in. Hypnosis also teaches us to relax deeply and access our authentic thoughts and feelings. When we regularly practice self-hypnosis or guided self-awareness sessions, we become better attuned to what we genuinely want and need, making it easier to stand firm in our values if someone or something feels off. I'm going to give you a few little non-hypnosis tips to help you spot and avoid manipulation. Trust your gut. If something feels off, it probably is. Trust those instincts, whether it's a person or a group that's creating too much pressure or asking too much of you. Take time. Cult-like organizations often push people to make quick commitments. Take your time, do your research, and make decisions on your own timeline. Set boundaries. Don't let anyone pressure you into financial commitments, lifestyle changes, or cutting off relationships that are important to you. A real guide or wellness leader will respect your boundaries. And remember your values. Stay grounded in your own beliefs and values, and don't let anyone convince you to follow theirs if it doesn't feel authentic to you. And use self-hypnosis or meditation as a way to check in with yourself. These moments of quiet and clarity can remind you of who you are and what truly matters to you. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Hypno Wellness. Exploring wellness is a beautiful journey, and there are many genuine, supportive leaders and practices out there. Being mindful of cult-like behaviors can help us stay safe, make empowered choices, and find guides who genuinely care about our growth. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share it with friends, and leave a review. And remember to trust yourself, honor your boundaries, and choose what serves your well-being. Until next time, stay grounded, be well, and have a great day.
Unlock a new era in podcasting with Unfiltered Studios. Ready to break free from the ordinary? Dive into a world where authenticity meets innovation. Our network isn't just about podcasts. It's a revolution. From nostalgia to movies, sports to self-improvement, find your favorite podcast in an array of diverse shows, only at Unfiltered Studios. Join the movement. Subscribe to Unfiltered Studios today and join the podcasting revolution. Unfiltered Studios, where every voice finds its place. Visit unfpod.com today to find your favorite show.